I wouldn't say that I slowed it down as much as the desperation was gone. The actual, the actual doing, the apparent doing, was still there, probably at the same level. I mean, for example, if certain physical things hadn't changed, I probably would be exercising like a demon, because that was something that gave me great pleasure, and still does, And and I still do seem to have at least the intensity in terms of focusing, being able to focus and spending hours and hours doing something. In this case now it's mostly researching cancer. But there's a qualitative difference, I think, rather than the quantitative. But there's no I would say there's no requirements to this shift. Anything can happen. I mean, there are people can, if you want to call them people, once this happens, some people give up everything. Their whole prior life changes, and they go off on a mountaintop or, start doing spiritual teaching that they'd never done before. It wasn't that way with me. Initially, the change was dramatic in that I spent about a year and a half just sitting in a chair for 6-8 hours a day with absolutely no goal in mind, no purpose. I wasn't meditating per se, I was just sitting. In fact, it was the first time I ever understood what the Zen people were saying when they said just sit, because that's what I was doing. Just time would go by, so-called time would go by, and I would have absolutely no concept of it. My wife would literally have to basically come up and tell me that it's time for dinner, and that went on for about a year and a half. But it wouldn't necessarily have to be that way. I mean, anything can happen. That's the beauty and the mystery of life, how varied it is. And there's no requirements, no conditions.